New developments tonight in a 17-year-old cold case. In 2001, a 2-year-old in southern Iowa burned to death in a house fire. At that time, officials ruled the Union County case an accidental death. But now the death certificate has been changed to homicide. KCCI senior reporter Todd Magel has been investigating the strange and sad case of Ricky Morehouse. He joins us now with more. Todd.
Well, Shana, back in 2001, Ricky died when a fire broke out in his mother's rental home in the town of Kent, that's near Creston. His death was ruled an accident, but now, 17 years later, his cold case is taking a new turn.
It gets easier, but you don't get over it. You'll never get over it.
Rick Morehouse will never get over the death of his 2-year-old son, Ricky. He died on a cold winter day in 2001. He was burned to death in the bathroom of this house in the town of Kent.
The deadly fire is not only difficult for neighbors and relatives.
I covered the original house fire story in Union County back in March of 2001. We reported Ricky shared the rental house with his mother, Rachel Luft, and his twin brother, Reggie. They survived the fire. The house is torn down now, just the foundation is left.
It bugs me talking about it still.
17 years later, his father Rick still chokes up remembering.
So he was basically trapped in this room, in the bathroom.
And a little 2-year-old ain't gonna be able to reach up and grab the doorknob, to open it.
The state fire marshal ruled the fire was an arson. Ricky's original death certificate listed the cause of death as accidental until last month. The Morehouses finally convinced Creston Dr. Daniel Walker to change it to homicide. Dr. Walker signed the original death certificate in 2001 and told them he never knew the fire was an arson. Dr. Walker did not return our phone calls.
It means a lot to me. It just shows the people that, hey, it wasn't an accident. He was killed by something or someone.
Now the Morehouses hope the homicide will convince Union County Attorney Tim Kenyon to take a fresh look at the case.
And now that now that it says a homicide, it gives him the more pressure on him to do right by his job duties of his county.
We're just hoping, this will help and put pressure on him to try to do something.
The person who did this deserves to pay for it.
Cold cases they're a challenge.
Kenyon agreed to speak about the cold case on the condition that he could not reveal specific information about the crime because it's still considered an ongoing investigation. He understands the family's desire to solve the case.
Anytime there's an interest on a cold case, that generates a possibility that there could be a change in the legal process.
But Kenyon says there is one thing missing, new information that would lead to an arrest or charges.
We would like to have more results or better results, but we're limited by resources and we're limited by reality. Sometimes facts are just hard to come by.
We tried to reach out to Ricky's mother, Rachel Luft, but she did not want to do an interview. Luft says the fire was an accident. The Morehouses just want to see their son's cold case resolved. The town of Kent is gone now. It was disincorporated. The house is gone. It was torn down. But the family hopes the memory of Ricky Morehouse will not be forgotten.
And we just want closure, That's all we ask.
Now, we asked the state fire marshal for a copy of that arson investigation into Ricky's Morehouse death. But a spokesman said the records cannot be released right now because the case is still considered open. Shana?